Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're looking at Hey Chick again. This was a celebration stamp set, a couple of years ago now, and they've brought it back because evidently it was one of the most popular sets and everybody was mad about the little chickens, and so it's back. You can order it now. I will put a link down below because it's not in any of the catalogues, but it coordinates with the one that's in the mini catalogue, which has these images just slightly differently. I showed you that the other day. And there's coordinating dies as well. So I'll put a link through to all of those if you want the dies, but we're just using the stamp set, and I thought we would do a fun little card teaming up this stamp set with some dies. And the dies that we're going to use are the dies from, let me put it over here, Special Day. Now the Special Day stamp set is, let me just get that one out. So the Special Day was one that is in the annual catalogue. Absolutely lovely. You've got the little raccoons, you've got the squirrel, you've got the mouse, you've got balloons, you've got hearts, you've got flowers, coordinating dies that go with it, two-step stamping. Absolutely lovely. I've used it lots, but the dies will work perfectly with what we're going to do in this card. So let's have a look at the dies and I'll show you the ones that we're going to use. So there is a speech bubble, and the speech bubble fits perfectly the words in this stamp set. So you've got, hey chick, you're a good egg, have a happy day. And you can then put them out with the speech bubbles, just die cut them out. So that's what I've done. I've done a little bit of it in advance. I've also taken these lovely little flowers, which they are the centres of them. When you die cut them out, they emboss the centres. So we've got some of those. And we've got the little tiny bows that go on the end of the balloons. They will work perfectly as well as just little embellishments. So those are the pieces that I'm using from that die set, and again I'll put a link down to it below if you're interested in getting it. Okay, so we are going to start with, we've got a card base, we've got a piece of any blue that you want, a dark blue, so Night of Navy or the Misty Moonlight will work perfectly, and then your map that goes in on the centre like that. And that is going to basically be as is. We're not going to do anything more to it. So I'm going to put that for one side, and then we need a scrap. So we are going to use just the little egg. You're a good egg. And mine being from a couple of years ago is a wooden set, and we don't do wood anymore. It's a bit of a shame actually, because I really liked wood because your block and everything comes in, but evidently it didn't sell as well as the red rubber, or the cling as it's called now, so they didn't continue it. So we're going to do 2 of these. I have done, you need to do 3, but I have actually done 1 to just save a little bit of time. So really simple little image, you just stamp it out, and then I can clean that off with my Simply Chamois, and it can go back to the case. So I suppose one of the things that it's worth noting is that even if you're a demonstrator like I am, and I know a lot of you that follow my channel are as well, don't be so quick to get rid of your stamp set, because you never know when they're going to come back again. So I've held on to mine so I don't need to go and buy it again. Now we are going to use, for these, we're going to use the watercolour pencils, because I was using those the other day and I was saying that we use blends all the time at the moment, and it seems to be sort of the fashion to get the blends out, but we forget about some of the other things we've got. So I'm just going to take, for this one, I'm going to take the Daffodil Delight, and I'm just very, very lightly, because it's an egg, so we don't want it to be, you know, bright yellow onto everything. I'm just going to just give a little bit of colouring round. So as I say, not too much, just with the pencil on its side, very lightly, and I'm going to do that on both of them. So it just makes the egg not completely white, with just a little bit of colour in it. So as I say, just take it round. I'm not doing it up round the little eyes, I'm just sort of just take it through, so you've just got a little bit of colour. And then I'm taking the pumpkin pie, and I'm just going to colour down on his little legs. So it says me where my lights are, it's a bit difficult for me to see because it's quite small, and I could do with sharpening the point on this, but it'll be all right. So his little legs are just going to be in the pumpkin pie. Like that. Okay, so we're then going to take a 1-inch punch. So if you haven't got a 1-inch punch, you can cut it out just as a little square. But I'm just taking the little 1-inch punch, and I'm going to just punch him out, and take the other one and punch him out. Okay, so that's with just little 1-inch punches, and I have done one already, so we now have 3 of those. Then I can take my little pieces through. I've also taken out of the Oh So Ombre, and again you can choose whatever colour you want, or any little scrap of paper. I do it in a fairly solid colour rather than too patterned, and I've taken the smallest of the stitch shaped squares. So the stitch shaped dies I use all the time. They really are something that they're my go-to. Stitched shapes framelits. I think they've changed the names now, so they're not quite so complicated, but you have a series of 4 circles with the stitches, 4 ovals which is with the stitches, and you have 4 of the squares, and there's the smallest one which I've got out, which I've actually used. So if you're looking for a very versatile set of dies that will do just about all the shapes you need, then I really recommend getting this one, because as I say, I've used it so much. I will be absolutely devastated if they ever get rid of that one. Okay, so we're going to start putting this together, and I'm going to put these on. You can see I've taken the flower pieces out. Always use the center of your dies, my sort of tip for the day, because you're not going to see it. It goes underneath, and it means that you're not wasting anything, and you can have the colours that come out. I'm just about, I was saying in the last one, I'm just about at the end of my glue. Let me try the other one. I've got 2 that are literally on their last legs. So, oh yes, I've still got some in this one. So I need to remember which one I need to throw away that I've got none in. Okay, so let's put that one out of the way because that needs to be binned. So I'm going to put this onto my card base like that, and then I'm just going to put the white straight in on over the top. So you've just got a little bit of a border. And as I say, use a darker blue, but use, as I say, you can use Night of Navy, you can use Misty Moonlight, whatever blue you happen to have, just to give yourself a little border. Then we are going to put these down, and I want the sayings that I've done in the little speech bubbles. So I'm going to have to start off with "Hey chick" is going to be the first one. So the "Hey chick" is going to come on there at that angle, and this one is going to go there. That's then going to come the other side, and we'll have "You're a good egg" going that way. And then we're going to have this one on the other side, and we're going to have a happy day. So you could have it as a birthday, you could have it just as a turning round. As I said, in the present circumstances, I'm sending a lot of cards out to girlfriends just to cheer them up, because we're still in a lockdown situation. And oh, excuse me, my phone is give me 2 seconds, my phone is just making a silly noise and I'm going to move it out of the way. So right, sorry about that. It's one of those things that you have to always remember to turn your phone off, and I have to keep my phone on just in case. But unfortunately, we get too many sales calls and things at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to have the "Hey chick" there, that on there, this one on there, and that one on there. So these are going to go into the centre. So we're going to take this right into the centre of each one. So you just have a nice little border around there. Now you could put these up with dies, dimensionals rather. I'm not going to, because I actually just like them flat, particularly, as I keep saying, because of postage and stuff. I do find it's quite difficult. I'm going to put them on here first so I can get them centered. And then we can put this one down. So we'll have him in just about there. I'm trying to get the same sort of space around the side, so make sure that that sort of space around the sides is fairly equal. And then I'm going to put this on here like that. So you'll have to excuse that I've put my phone right out into the other room, but it has got quite a loud ring. So if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you'll recognise the music from it. I really like the cellos in the music, so but it will stop after a little while. There we go. And then we'll put this one in down on the bottom, so that comes in like that. Okay, then we're going to put our words, and as I say, you can put them up with dimensionals if you want to. Because I'm posting these, I am keeping my dimensionals at a minimum, but we'll have the "Hey chick" at that sort of angle there. Then we'll have "You're a good egg." And that can go in down on that side. Like that. And then we'll have the "Have a happy day" on the other bit like that. Okay. So then we've got these little embellishments that I thought would be quite fun to put on there. So I've got these little pieces that go on the bottom of the balloon, but I thought that they would look quite nice on the edge of the words. So I'm literally just going to add a little bit of glue on here, and then they're going to go just in at an angle just on the side of there. And this is done, it was a tiny little scrap of gorgeous grape that I had, and I just thought that it would just add just a little something as an embellishment without having to do rhinestones and things like that, and I thought that that was quite nice. So we need this other one to go in on the other side, so we'll have that one down here like that, and then we'll have the last one down in on the bottom on the opposite side. So we're your eye runs into the center by having it one side and the other. It just balances it a little bit better. So, and we'll put the other one down on there. Okay, so that's given that as just a little bit of extra. And then I've got these that we can just put in, and I've got to work out whether I want large ones. They need to be balanced however I'm going to put them. So too big. I've got these little small ones. So maybe put a middle one, and that should be the smallest, or maybe I think there were 4 sizes, so I just need to have a look and see. Take that way. 1, 2, 3, up that way. So we'll have put them a little bit closer. So 3 in one direction, 3 in another. I think that works perfectly like that. And then all I'm going to do is to stick those down, and you have a very sort of simple card, but with a few little extra embellishments. It makes it quite pretty. And as always, I think sometimes having a little bit of white space around there really makes a bit of difference, but just adding a few little bits of colour brings it up. And I thought, hey chick, you're a good egg, have a happy day, were perfect sentiments to go together to send to a girlfriend. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well and be kind. Bye bye.